Okay, so what you're looking at is the computer graphics midterm. And the midterm is due on December 14th, along with the CSLO essay, along with all of the assignments for the course. And where do you get the midterm from? Right now, it is on bhacker.com. I need to make a note because I need to put it in, put midterm in LMS for computer graphics. Right now it is not in the LMS. However, if you go to bhacker.com website and you go into fall 2012 and you click on computer graphics, you'll see take home midterm exam right here. So the take home midterm exam can be downloaded if you want to start working on it. Not a bad idea, actually. So I'm going to talk about the midterm today, and then we're going to talk about color and lighting and ray tracing. And as much as we can get to with the time allocated. So what do you have to do for the midterm? The midterm is actually going to be an essay. It's going to be a little bit different, though, than the CSLO essay. The CSLO essay is really testing your ability to, you're still writing an essay, but it's testing your ability to comprehend some of the concepts in terms of lighting and color and stuff, and the things about computer graphics. In the midterm, however, it's mostly your opinion and your personalized research and what you think. So here's an example. It is worth 25 points total. You select one of the essay topics, and I put 5 topics out here. And the last topic is select a topic of your own, so really it's an unlimited number of topics. But the idea is to write a 3 to 4 page double-spaced essay, which is really, what, 3 to 4 is like 1.5 to single-spaced to, I don't know, 2 pages single-spaced, which is equal to about 4. So it's not a volume of stuff. However, you do want to write it in your own words. And when it says your own writing, believe it or not, that doesn't mean handwriting. I actually had a student that thought it meant that. It is, no, I mean like your own words. Like, don't cut and paste off of Wikipedia. And don't cut and paste off of the internet. Write it in your own words. So not your own handwriting, it's your own writing. You cannot include portions that are cut and pasted from the internet or other sources. Same thing as the CSLO essay. If you use information from other sources, please write a reference citation, reference list at the end of your paper, your bibliography. And this applies also towards pictures and graphics as well as words. What are we talking about in terms of the topics? So topic number 1 is exploring how computer graphics is used in film or movie industry. That is a huge topic. However, you don't have to cover the entire industry, or the entire movie might just be, short cartoons, or it might be animated movies, or depends on what you want. So what you're doing is you're researching it. And there's a bunch of sub-questions that go along with it to give you the theme of the essay. So you're writing an essay on how computer graphics is used in the film industry or in the movie industry. Film has got a wide interpretation these days. What are some sample uses of graphic concepts used in combination of traditional film techniques, meaning using computer graphics with film? How are computer graphics changed? How has it changed the movie industry? What recent movies have you have made use of computer graphics? Recent, I guess, is in the eye of the beholder. It could be recent within the last century or recent within the last year or so. How, why, what programs and utilities do you think they used? It's think. What do you think? What do you feel? So you can express your opinions. You're not going to find direct answers to any of these questions. But if you pick the first one, give me your opinions. And what do you think about the future? What do you think about, what programs do you think they're using? You're not necessarily going to know what programs they're using. You're not necessarily, because no one's going to disclose this 100%. So you're doing mostly an analysis, and you're coming up with your own ideas about how you feel about the movie industry and how movies have been being used with computer graphics. I've already done it for you. I sent you an email for it too. Okay, so you're good. The other thing is, keep in mind that you can adjust the topics also to suit your needs. If the topic doesn't necessarily, because this is the theme of question number 4 down here, select a topic of your own that deals with concepts of computer graphics. So what that means is make sure you're picking something that focuses and applies computer graphics in some context towards digital arts. Or you can also apply it towards computer science, software engineering, science, or business in general if you're not a digital arts student. If you're just a computer science student, apply it towards anything. But what we're looking at is the application of computer graphics in the context of something, in the context of movies, in the context of film, in the context of painting, art, in the context of, I don't know, software engineering, computer science or something, biology, biological, so medical industry, actually. There's a ton of computer graphics in medicine. You just think about all the scanners, yeah, that's what I meant. CT scanners and what is that thing that, MRI. MRI, that's all computer graphics, by the way. It's all film, actually, and it's all, some of it's film, some of it's computerized. The trend is going towards computerization. So that's what I mean by apply computer graphics in a field. Laser technology, anything that takes something and puts it on the computer in a graphics form. It allows you to, look at it even from an information systems perspective. That would be the business focus. In fact, Stanford's doing this recently. All of the X-ray stuff is being put in a digitized form and being archived in a database for easy retrieval and transmission between different physicians, and for easy analysis, which in fact they're discovering that you can pick up more detail than in the past when they've tried to transpose this with using fewer bytes. So that the images are getting smaller and smaller. You can take, and if you wanted to, go ahead and talk about or research Stanford's technique for digitizing all of the X-rays. Actually, now their X-rays are coming through some of the machines, instead of actually being printed out in film form, they're actually digitized instantly from the equipment. So they're not even going through any translation. So that's computer graphics. So anything at all, depending upon your interests. Some people are not going to like medicine, they're not going to like the medical field, or they're not going to like digital arts, or they're not going to like movies or something. But that's the theme of the midterm, is what I'm trying to get at. So number 2, the idea here is to look at the future of computer graphics. Where do you think we're headed? What direction are we headed in? What new technologies do you see coming into popularity? And this is all speculation within the next few years. There's no right or wrong answer to any of this. What do you think will be the state of the art in the area of computer graphics in 5 years from now? Or 10 years from now? Or, what do you forecast? Number 3 is looking at computer graphics and comparing it against traditional art, such as painting or taking pictures, and how it's changed, or how it's influenced, or how it's how the traditional art has been transformed to work with a computer in a digital form. Explore and explain how the traditional art is not working on a computer. That's actually an interesting one. What's not being captured? And where do we have improvements in the future? And then theme number 4, and I call these themes or topics, I should say. You only pick one for your paper, and it can be anything really, as long as it falls within the same theme of what we're trying to capture here. Number 4 is, what are some programs and techniques for creating digital art? Well, you might actually have to classify, what do you think is art? What is it, digital art to begin with? And then also provide a summary of applications and programs and what they're used for, and what programs are good for pictures, what about for animations, for 2 and 3D graphics. And think outside the box. Don't think about what you've been exposed to. Like, for example, there's plenty more 3D modeling tools outside of VRML. Actually, outside of Objective, excuse me, I was going to say Objective-C, but outside of OpenGL is what I meant to say. There's plenty of different packages out there. So you could explore a package. You could explore Maya as an example. I'll talk about how Maya is used in terms of its capabilities and the tool set it provides in the area of arts, or in the area of computer graphics and stuff like that. Or you can talk about rendering, or you can talk about anything anything you want to talk about. You pick a topic and you talk about it, and you provide 3 to 4 pages double-spaced. And then that is due at the end of the term, along with all the rest of the work. But this is around the midterm-ish, a little past, maybe a couple weeks past the midterm, but we haven't had class because last week was Halloween, and I can't remember what was the week before. I think we had class the week before. So. And we don't have class next week. It's Diwali Festival. So in In celebration of Diwali, it's you guys probably don't know. It's an Indian holiday, but in the Chinese people don't know about Diwali. Anyway, huh?
It's like Chinese New Year.
It's like Chinese New Year's. It's a super duper biggest holiday of the year. In fact, in the old days, we used to have ITU Diwali parties. I miss that. We used to have like huge parties. We don't have that anymore. You know, with lights and stuff. It's Festival of Lights and stuff. In fact, Santa Clara does something as well. I don't know if San Jose does something. So it's being more recognized. It's like one of the biggest, you know, who doesn't want another reason to celebrate, right? So we're celebrating that next Wednesday in lieu of class. No class next Wednesday. Instead, I'll be celebrating by grading ITU papers from the weekend before. But I'll still be doing ITU work, but I'll be celebrating while I'm grading those papers. And you guys will be doing whatever it is you do on Wednesdays if you don't have to come to class. So I'll send a message out to the distribution list as well to let everybody know that Diwali's next week, if I'm saying that right. After a couple, I've been doing this for like 5 years. I could pronounce Diwali. I think I've got that right. No? Am I close enough? Okay. I remember it's Festival of Lights. And I remember it's like a week long. It's kind of like the Chinese New Year, actually. That doesn't happen one day. It's like a couple. Isn't it like a week long Chinese New Year? Couple days? Yeah. More than one day, right? It's only in the U.S. we have New Year's only lasts one day. Actually, it's like a half a day. It's New Year's Eve. It's the important part. It's not even. So, all right. So I'm going to stop this video right now.